Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Predator figure, and it is the City Hunter. It is by a company called Hiya Toys, I think. I'm not quite sure, but this is their Exquisite Mini Predator 2 City Hunter. Now, packaging is kind of nice. It's just a little box, nothing too special, but it shows everything that it comes with. And then on the back of the box, shows a couple of pictures of the figure and some information about the company. There you go, right there. So let's open this figure up. Alright, so inside there's a little cardboard. That's basically the backing of it, but it shows City Hunter right there. And then inside there's a little pamphlet. It shows all the other figures that are available. I guess they're doing the whole clan from movie 2. So you can see City Hunter, Guardian, Shadow, Boar, Warrior, Elder. Then on the other side, if I can flip this over, let's see, we have Stalker, Lost, Shaman, and Scout. So they're making quite a few of these Predators here. And then here's the figure. And here's the figure and all the accessories. Everything's laid out quite nicely, so I'll just show it this way. We have the spear, a collapsed version, and then an extended version. And I don't even remember what that piece is. There's the disc, bone with spine attached to it, and then a couple of hands, and then the base, and then these are connector pieces for the bases if you want to collect them all. And then there's the City Hunter. Okay, so I finally figured out what this piece is. It is the shoulder cannon. It's so tiny that I had no clue what it was when it was sitting in the box. Here you can see there's a peg system underneath it, and it's supposed to slot through the back of his armor there. So you could have it go up or down. Alright, so after messing with this guy for a little bit, I have to say I am not a fan of this figure. The detailing is nice. I mean, if you have him standing just doing a pose, right now he looks absolutely amazing. But I have noticed a lot of things that I find it annoying with this figure. First of all is the plastic they use. Given this is a 3 3/4 inch, well, this is about 4 inches in height for this figure. You would kind of expect a softer type of plastic, kind of like Hasbro figures, and the plastic they chose to create this figure with is exactly that. And even the joints itself are kind of not good. Well, before I show you the imperfections and some of the items that I'm annoyed about, I just want to show off a little bit how it looks in this pose, because it does look great in this pose, and detailing does give this figure quite a notch up from any of the Hasbro stuff. But this thing is gonna set you back $20, so it is an expensive figure for this size. So yeah, let me rotate him so you guys can see him from the back side as well. Dreads are on a even softer type of plastic, so you can move his head and the dreads won't get in the way at all. Then there's the shoulder cannon, which is attached onto his backside. And there he is. So the main issue I have are these hips. These peg system, this ball joint system, the peg itself is not a hard plastic, which is kind of disappointing, because the ball and socket area are so tight that if you try to move the legs, the whole peg system will actually bend with it. So if you aren't careful with it, you will run the risk of twisting this whole peg system off if you aren't careful. So what I found I needed to do was to spread his leg quite a bit in order to hear the ball and socket joint kind of loosen up a little bit in order for me to move the legs forward and back motion. Because if you just straight out of the box, if you try to move the legs forward and back, you will bend the peg system along with it. So you might end up twisting the whole peg off, which is kind of weird that they did it that way. Because with the ball and well, with the hips, people tends to use hard plastic for that, just so it will stay put. But instead they chose to use a softer type of material, so it's not good. And as for the elbows, it's only a single hinge joint, so he can't even bend 90 degrees. This is how far he could bend. And then the bicep section, there's a rotation, so it could help with the rotating the arms around. But yeah, it's not good that they didn't even bother using a double jointed system for the elbows. The legs are better. The knees, they are on double jointed knees, which is nice. And then ankle articulation, there's a hinge joint, but it is hindered by the armor system, so you can't have him bend forward too much. Those legs will not stay put because of this knee joint. I mean, of this knee arm, this lower leg armor. And then as for the waist, there's no articulation there. Chest area, there is a ball joint in there, but it is very limited as far as how far he could bend forward and back. And the chest, he could arch back about that much, which is not a lot. And here's how far forward it could go, which is also not a lot. And as for the head, it is on a ball joint system. Here, base of the neck, there's a ball joint. So this figure also has a ball jointed head. So there are two ball joint systems around the neck area. So he could actually look up quite a bit. This is about how far he could look. And here's about how far down he could look. So quite a lot. So, oh, and also thigh. There's a swivel thigh section. And so yeah. And wrists are on a peg system, and it's a very, very tiny peg. So gotta be really, really careful. Well, actually on a ball system, but it's really, really tiny. So overall, would I recommend this figure? It's a nice standing looking piece. If you don't plan on giving him dynamic poses, then this is a great figure to look at, because given the size of this figure, it's about 4 inches in height. Let me see. Okay, here he is. He's actually about 4.5 inches in height, so quite nice. So it will go well with your other 4-inch figures, and but overall is a very, very nice looking piece, but it is not something that I would recommend, because it is quite expensive. For $20 you could get a NECA figure, which is about 7 inches, while this one is only 4, and that one has way more range of motion than this one has. But detailing on it for something this small is really, really nice, but it's not something that I could recommend. And with the aliens, I think it's pretty much the same thing. They are even more expensive. They're about $40 each, which is a lot higher than these Predators. Only give this guy a try just to see the engineering and the plastic that they chose, and it's not something that I would buy. I would continue to collect. So this is just a one-off thing for me. So there you go. Thanks for watching.